Move on to the next match of the evening. It actually is only a 6-man tag match. This is just the one that was put out because TJP had flight issues and couldn't make it to the show on time.
Mm-hmm.
So we get United Empire's Aaron Henare, Francesco, Akira, and Will Osprey taking on just 3 guys: Douki, Taichi, and Yoshinobu Kanemaru. That is literally what it was listed on Cage Match as just 3 guys, because Taka's not in there, so they're just 3 guys, not just 4. They're just 3 right there.
And the
with
right choice,
Taka
really.
Michinoku. They're just 3 guys with
really.
Taka. So, yeah.
I was down there in his suit, though.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Just 3 guys with Taka.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yes,
I see what you did there.
Yeah, it's with Taka. Everybody starts just brawling at the start because these 2 teams just hate each other. It's already there from the...
Specifically Taichi and Osprey.
Yeah, but even Akira and TJP were having issues with Douki and Kanemaru already from their stuff at the Super Junior Tag League and on the January 5th show. So everybody's brawling. Taichi's getting Greco-Roman throat holds on the outside on Osprey, and Kanemaru and Osprey is running Akira into barricades, and Taichi's running Osprey into barricades. Yeah, just a lot of crazy at the start. There's a great spot later on in the match. Henare just with the Muay Thai knees to Kanemaru. They're so smooth. He's
gotten so good.
He is very, very good, and I just want to see more from this man. I think he's absolutely phenomenal. He when he kicks people, when he hits people, when he knees people, I believe that he's hitting them because he just looks smooth. It looks good. And controlled. In the middle of this match, I wrote this down. The New Japan Cup, Kevin Kelly announces the New Japan Cup starting on March 5th, and we're going to have English commentary for every day of the tour. And he said live English commentary. So that means he's going to be there during the tour. Yay! So he said it there, so I wrote it in my notes. Beautiful satellite DDT by Kanemaru onto Osprey.
Yes, I had that.
And followed by the double stomp by Douki and getting a 2. So he's a Douki Chokey.
He's a Douki Chokey, Kevin.
You do it better than I do, yeah. In the end of the match, though, Akira hits a flip up into a DDT, and Osprey and he comes down, hits a DDT, and Douki comes up, and Will Osprey comes off the side of the camera and just cracks Douki with the hidden blade, and Osprey pins Douki. It looked brutal.
That was a hidden blade out of nowhere. These guys are just so quick, so fast. When Osprey says he's on a level, he freaking means it, you guys. That was nothing to mess with.
Oh, he's on another level. There's no doubt.
On another level, he is the other level.
You are right on that one. I think the only person that might be on his level is Bryan Danielson.
I mean, maybe he'll just have to climb that mountain, won't he?
Forbidden Door 2, maybe. But we move on to the next match. It is an 8-man tag team match. Chaos's Kazuchika, Okada, and Yo teaming up with main units Rysuke, Taguchi, and Shota Umino taking on Los Ingobernables de Japon. Bushi, Hiromu Takahashi, Sanada, and Naito. Very quick start from Yo and Hiromu. They're just moving in there, man. And then just the athleticism. And then Sho ended up missing a plancha, and Hiromu just fuck this, and just whips him into the barricade. He's like, I'm not playing around. But fast and furious throughout I think the entire match.
Yeah, this was a very, very high-paced match. I'm not gonna lie, there was one point I forgot that Yo was even in the match. Just because I don't think I saw him as much as or paid maybe attention to him as much as I did when Shota was in the ring or Okada, or even Taguchi. I did remember there was one point where Taguchi was throwing his ass around like he usually does.
I wrote that down. I calling it the forever hips because he was going from one side to the other doing the hip attack. So it's
shout out to Rocky forever ass.
He was doing that forever ass smacks.
There you go.
I'm gonna call him the forever butt whips. The forever butt whips, well, it's not really a butt whip. It's more.
That's not the whip. No, the butt whips are what him and Connors did. Remember?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
I miss that.
I miss those. Back to
There
the match at hand.
there was a great spot. It was Umino hits a somersault senton, reminiscent of a certain Hiroshi Tanahashi, and Kevin Kelly calls it the Somerset.
Yeah.
I laughed so hard because even Chris Charlton laughed at him. Like,
Yeah. He got so
it-
excited he said he combined the two
yeah,
things at somersault, some sunset flip or something like
yeah,
that.
somersault and senton, calling it the Somerset. I think that's what that move should be called from now on, is the Somerset.
I agree.
And then
I agree.
right after the Somerset, Umino does the eye thing and does the fist in the air. Like he did it. I'm like, whoa, you're taking shots here, buddy. You gotta be careful. And I don't think I'm gonna be happy with that because they're facing off on either the 10th or the 11th. I can't remember what show. They're facing off then too. So like, yeah. But in the end, Umino with a beautiful inverted DDT.
Yeah.
Onto Bushi, then hits that Death Rider. Shout out to John Moxley again for the win. And Chaos, the team of Chaos / main unit gets the win here.
And after the match, we see Shota taunting Naito quite a bit, and also Yo and Hiromu there, kind of getting into it at ringside.
I think they're going on the 10th or the 11th in
One of those shows.
one of the Osaka shows. They're doing a junior heavyweight title match. So,
and even Kevin and Chris mentioning that Leo Rush attitude rubbing off on Yo there. Yo having quite the attitude and confidence in himself. So will we see Yo upset? Because it would at this point be an upset over Hiromu Takahashi after Hiromu just finally won the title back. We'll have to wait and see.
I wanted Water to win the title, but okay.
I know you did. And we didn't mention that he's rocking a nice new haircut.
Yeah, he's just got to get rid of the Master Water gimmick. That's the biggest thing. Just go back to being what was his name? I can't remember what his real name is.
Kurwato.
Kawada or whatever they were. Just go back to that. I can't. The Master Water gimmick is
with a cur at the beginning.
You're not even doing the Grandmaster. He's not even doing the Grandmaster stuff anymore. So that just needs to go away. I think at this point.
It'll be interesting to see how he evolves the character for sure.
Yeah, come on, Gato, fix it. We're going to move on to our main event of the evening. It is a New Japan Pro Wrestling King of Pro Wrestling title match, and it is an MMA rules match. Now, as much as I love me some MMA, this was a judo match for the first half. This wasn't. Mm-hmm. It became an MMA match when they started throwing kicks and punches and doing a little more. Mm-hmm. This match was really slow.
Yeah, at the beginning, yes. If that's not your thing, it's certainly hard to get into. For me, never having seen something like that before, I was personally fascinated by it. But if that's not your thing, it is going to be very hard to watch.
Like, honestly, I don't want to say, but a lot of that early gi throwing and the stuff they were doing when they're throwing each other with the gis and doing just a lot of the ground, you could have eliminated a good maybe 5 minutes of that and brought this match down to about the 15, 16 minute mark. So I think it was 22 and a half minutes. You could bring it down to about 16, 17 minutes. And I don't think it would have hurt it because I thought a lot of that, the slow grappling and things they were doing just went a little bit too long. So, and I got to say, the United Empire is a much better team than LIJ. Because they're not going to wait in the back. They're coming down with their guy right from the start. Where LIJ doesn't support their guy until halfway through the match. Like, what the hell?
I mean,
they were literally just out in the ring. They could have just stayed at ringside and just waited for their guy.
But then how would they get their shirts on and stuff?
Their
for
shirts
me,
are.
They
took their shirts off ringside. They literally took their gear off ringside. Come on.
I'm not gonna complain that there was 5 extra minutes in the match because that's 5 extra minutes that I get to look at Will Osprey in that freaking tight ass shirt that he was wearing.
Oh, jeez. But I thought like the back half of the match was really good when these guys were throwing a lot more stuff. But again, they still slowed down into trying to do tosses and things like that. Again, this match could only end by submission, stoppage, or knockout. And it was a good match overall. It's just it took a lot for it really to
get into it, for sure.
To get into it. And the end of the match
but once it did, the shenanigans were great.
Oh yeah, great stuff. I loved Khan smothering Takagi with the gi.
Yeah.
That was absolutely great. Yeah.
And let's talk about the shenanigans on the outside, where Shingo ends up in United Empire's corner, and they were, sometimes roughing him up, throwing him back in.
They did not. They grabbed him and tossed him back in.
That was the rule. Grab him and toss him, but they could have done it nicer.
The entire part of the rules was if somebody comes out, you're supposed to immediately put them back in the ring. That was the rules. They did exactly what they're supposed to. It's Takagi's fault for rolling out.
Is an Oz cutter on the outside really not interfering with it and just throwing him back in? Is that what that is? Is that what that is?
That's after he punched another guy. Come on. I mean, at least that's in my that's it. In my mind, that's what happened.
Technical with it now. Oz cutter on the outside is not just throwing him on the inside. There were shenanigans.
Shenanigans were already happening with the rest of LIJ at that point. So he got Oz cuttered inadvertently. We'll go with that. I'm going to go with that.
Oh, okay. Let's talk about Akira getting into the ring and getting into the ring.
He ran across because Hiromu got up on the apron. So Akira ran across
in the ring.
But he ran across to get Hiromu to not be in that ring. So
and he couldn't have walked around it because
it was faster to go across.
Because Italianos don't speak Japanese. They don't know how to go around.
Did Akira interfere with the two wrestlers in the ring at all? No. He was making sure Hiromu did not interfere in the match.
See, you're just making up the rules to kind of go with the United Empire to make them look good. And I'm not going to fight you. I'm not going to fight you.
I'm just saying what I see. So
okay, we're going to move on. I'm not going to argue with you. I don't like it when you speak over me, sir. I don't like it when you do that.
Sorry. I just call it as I see it. Akira ran into stop.
You call it over when I'm talking, though. Sorry. So the end of the match that you've been trying to say came when?
It came when Shota Takagi got the rear naked choke, or not rear choke. It's like almost like a chicken wing choke. Almost.
Yeah, kind of like a weird.
Not a chicken wing, but he had the arm up above the head. And then pulling a choke, and got.
He also had the gi that was helping to pull.
I think he had the gi. Yeah, he had gripped onto the gi to help to get the leverage to choke, and gets the submission victory by making Khan pass out.
Yeah,
and then yeah, but what's your take on this whole?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I did kind of feel that Shingo was gonna retain. Just not because it's anything against O'Khan, but because I don't think that this particular belt, is Great O'Khan level. He's the Rev Pro champion. For me, I don't want to say that it's a lesser belt, but to me, the belt is not worthy of having O'Khan challenge for it, if that makes sense. I feel that O'Khan should be challenging for the never open weight belt or higher. I didn't feel that, but you know how I feel about this belt, man. Like this belt is like, I mean, it looks kind of like who was it in our friends group who said it kind of reminds them of a classic boxing kind of title.
Yeah, but it does look better than the television.
It looks
title.
better than a TV title. I'll give you that. But it is. I don't know. In value, I'd say it maybe wasn't the belt that I wanted to see on O'Khan. It's not also the belt that I want to see on Shingo either. But with going into his match against Okada, it would look better with Shingo to come in with this win and with this title. You're muted.
God, I had to burp, so I muted myself, and I thought
no, it's totally fine. At least I caught you before you got too far into your sentence.
Kevin Kelly did say at the start of the match, whoever won this. So when he said that at the start, that's when I was like, oh yeah, Takagi's not losing this. There's no way. Because Takagi and Okada is the marquee match for the February 11th show. Like don't get me wrong, Okada would be amazing.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But I think Takagi's the bigger match because this is a rematch, essentially the rematch from Wrestle Kingdom 16.
Yeah, yeah, and that's not to say that we won't see O'Khan in a title match, in an IWGP World title match against Okada one day. I would love to see that match. I know O'Khan's going to be that champion one day. It's just a matter of time. He's just got to climb a little bit more, but I don't think that the KOPW championship is the place for him to start. I think the never openweight title is the place for him, or maybe the US title.
I agree with you 100% on that one. So yeah, and then after the match, Okada did come out. I don't know what they said because they're in the spoken Japanese. I know Chris was translating somewhat, but it's hard to like keep up with some of that translation. So I know Okada came out. They mouthed at each other, and they stood there and posed afterwards because it's them going to be facing off on February the 11th. I know that one's on the 11th.
We got that one for shiz.
Yeah. So from here, I got to say thank you again to Rogue Energy for being our sponsor. Scan the QR code down there on the right-hand corner where Mel's pointing at, and use promo code OLEPods for 10% off your order. And OLE Pods, got to give them a big shout out to our local establishment up there in the top right corner, way up there somewhere. I can't point really well. Mel's doing a better job than me. Please check them out. Oh, I got their information. I should really bring out the text box because I have their stuff here. Twitch.tv/our local establishment, on Instagram and TikTok at OLE Podcast, and at youtube.com/@our local establishment. Please check them out and support them. They're great friends to us. They do great work, does great stuff. You can find myself over there the weekend of February, either on the 18th or 19th. Myself and OLED coming back with Marvel Talk. We're going to be breaking down the Ant-Man movie that's coming out on February 17th, which I have tickets to on February 16th. Yay! And I'm very excited, and me and OLED are going to be there. So please check it out. And also want to give a big shout out to my boy, Mike the Ref, over on Backbreaker Video, Backbreaker Gaming, and twitch.tv/Mike the Ref. Want to thank him very much for all the support he's given us, for me personally, over the years with everything we've done. And I got to thank him for supporting us here at Andre Melball Wrestling Talk for simulcasting there, which if you are watching us over on Backbreaker Video, please check out Andre and Melball Wrestling Talk on our YouTube at youtube.com/Andre Melball Wrestling Talk. And if you're watching us on the YouTube, I want to say thank you very much for checking us out. We really do appreciate it. Please like and subscribe, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and please leave all the comments you can. We want to hear from you. We want to hear what you're thinking about professional wrestling. We had somebody just posting about Julia on the last Stardom show, and thank you so much. I don't have the name in front of me. I really do apologize. Will, thank you so much for reaching out, and we want more from everybody. Please talk to us. We want to hear from you. We will write back 100%.
We love talking our wrestling talk. And also, if while you're over at our local establishment checking out Andre's Marvel Talk, you'll want to check out my little show over there, which is called Paramindful, which is a show that I do with Carl and my friend Alex, where we talk about spooky-ooky-ish, all things kind of spooky, haunted, cryptids, aliens, you name it. If it's spooky, we're probably going to talk about it. You'll also want to check out, as Andre mentioned, all of our fun friends over there. We got Chris Parrish and Bobby Munson doing Busting Out. Bobby and Papa Smokes also do fusions. You have Astro Pizarro and OLE. Is it OLED?
OLED.
I love it. Sorry, Astrid and OLED are doing Taking Over on a weekly basis. And of course, you want to check out my good friend Astrid Pizarro's website also. She and I do the Ladies Wrestling Showcase every 2 weeks. We're going to be posting one this Friday.
Tomorrow!
Yeah, tomorrow. Yes. Going to be tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Mountain Time, where we're going to be discussing Mercedes Moné. We're going to be discussing the WWE Raw 30th show and the kind of scandal and controversy coming out of that with the ladies. So we're going to have a lot of fun with that. You don't want to miss out. Also, if you are wanting to follow and watch NJPW, we'll leave a link in the description box below, but you will want to go to not www because that's not a part of the thing. It's just njpwworld.com. It is 900 and I think 99 yen, approximately $10 Canadian. Might be a little cheaper for you if you're American, but you definitely want to check that out. It is certainly worth the price to get your hands on some amazing wrestling. You can check out our life coach, amazing Fale on the Alliance Roar on there. That being said, Andre, my friend, now that I've had my long-winded rant about our amazing friends, if we're wanting to find you on social media, where are we going to find you?
Right there on the bottom, you can see on Twitter at that Canada guy, Instagram at that Canada dude, and you can find me on Facebook through the Andre Melball Wrestling Talk Facebook page. And if again, throw your comments in at youtube.com/Andre Melball Wrestling Talk, which hopefully you're watching us right now. Throw your comments in. We want to respond. You can contact me and Mel there.
And if you're wanting to follow a Melball on Twitter, you can find me at Collins Melball, or you can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Melball Collins. And like Andre said, you can find us on our Andre and Melball Wrestling Talk on Facebook. I am constantly on there, posting all kinds of thirst traps for both the boys and the girls. You don't want to miss out on that. So that being said, Andre, do you have anything else to say to the beautiful people?
We are good to go, babe. We're good to go.
Excellent. So that being said, over there is your Andre. I am your Melball. We will see you next time.